Hey everyone, it's Eric Silvermoon. Blessed full moon. Today is January the 12th, the first full moon in 2017. I'm super excited to do this video because I really wanted to create something for the full moon and to kind of charge my items, especially new items that I've purchased with the full moon energies. And so one of the great things about this is that I purchased this giant glass cauldron at Marshall's a couple months back. It was only $13, you guys. It was such a steal. I almost fainted in the freaking aisles. I was so excited about it. So I was like, what am I going to use this for? And I actually posted on Instagram and Facebook, and you guys gave me a lot of great ideas. And the mutual idea that we were all kind of thinking was, what a great bowl to cleanse items. And I was like, you guys are so right. So that's what we're doing. And so I'm creating this cauldron of just to charge my items because it's clear, it's glass. So it allows the moonlight to come in. It allows the sunlight to come in, and it's perfect. So the first things that I've added was kosher salt. Kosher salt is something that I use a lot in my cooking and in my magic. I don't know what it is about kosher salt that I prefer over sea salt or other kind of salt. I love the texture of it. I love the smell and the size of the crystals. And then I'm also adding 5 different types of herbs, and then these herbs are kind of like my silver moon kind of style. It's the same 5 herbs that I use for everything. So I added some St. John's wort, which is wonderful for protection against traveling. It has the element of air in it, which is wonderful. I have also red rose petals because it connects me to my goddesses. It's red, of course, connects me to the goddess Morrigan. I'm using lavender as well to connect me to my magic, to my intuition. I'm using also mugwort. If you haven't used mugwort before, I highly recommend using it. Introducing it into your magic is such a staple in the craft, I believe. It's wonderful for protection magic and banishing and charging items, as well as dream work. And the last herb I'm using right now is mint. Mint is pretty much used all the time in my candle magic because usually it's anything that has to do with earthly, mundane, earthly needs. I use mint or spearmint because the smell just makes me think of earth and the pleasures of earth, and it's so sweet and fresh. And so I definitely want to incorporate all of these 5 herbs in here because it's my kind of like blend. And at this point I want to give everything a really good mix, keeping in mind my intentions of the reasons why I want to create this. And right now the smell is so amazing because the salt is working as an like agitator. It's really releasing all the oils of the herbs, and so it smells so good. So right now, what I wanted to do is start adding some of the crystals. And after I filmed this, I was gonna I added selenite in the center, and then my dear friend Madison's all like, selenite shards, right? Like in salt. I was like, oh damn, I did not know that. And so I'm always learning. I'm not a master of my craft. We're always learning different things. And so I actually replaced that selenite with rose quartz. And so I did end up putting more of the quartz crystals in there because quartz crystals are fantastic amplifiers of light and energy. And so I just thought they were perfect to go in here. So what I'm going to do right now is just setting the intentions. I'm praying, putting my energy over the cauldron, and I'm inviting all of my spiritual tribes, the goddess, the god, my angels, my archangels, ascended masters, the fairies, everyone. I'm calling the freaking tribe down, and asking them for their prayers, for their thoughts, for their energies, for the healing properties, their love, to protect, to cleanse, and to purify this salt for my magic. And with the crystals, it's definitely helping magnify that energy and giving it that really intense magic that I need for this. So I'm just going to do a quick trace of a pentagram over my cauldron to kind of finalize the prayer, the spell. And it's really powerful right now because of the full moon energy today. It's definitely increasing it, and so I love it because you could use that salt for not only for this, but you could put it in your bath for protective and protective bath to banish away negativity. You could cleanse items with it. You could put some around your doorsteps for banishing, all that kind of stuff. And so I have some necklaces that I just got that I wanted to kind of cleanse before I start wearing them. So I'm putting them in there, and Eric got me this beautiful pendulum, which I'll share hopefully in other videos. That's an Oregon kind of style, and it has the 4 cardinal points, the elements, and the archangel representation. So I definitely want to put them in there. I'm going to leave it in there for at least 24 hours, and then after 24 hours I kind of feel it. I used to do my charging in that little mortal, so you can only imagine how excited I am to do it in this grand scale. But yeah, 24 hours is usually what I leave it for. And if I feel like it needs to be a little bit longer, then I do 3 days. 3 is usually my magical number. But yeah, so this is kind of like the final piece. I'm really excited how it turned out. It is so magical. Like I said, I did remove that selenite stone because salt does corrode it and it makes it kind of shard. It's very damaging. So I'm very thankful for my friend Madison to call me out on that, and so I did change that with rose quartz. But yeah, it's definitely amazing, and so I'm gonna keep it by the window to let in that moonlight, and hopefully by the 24 hours I could feel if they are ready to use. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Have blessed full moon and blessed be.